here at Georgia, and like Knowshon said, it's going to be the toughest part is leaving those guys. You know, I got a great bunch of roommates and a bunch of other guys on the team that I'm extremely close with, and you know, that's going to be the hardest part is leaving those guys, because you know, you spend way too many hours with those guys. You know, it's all the time, so it's going to be tough, but it's something I'm ready for.
Knowshon, what would you say was the biggest factor that? Knowshon, what would you say was the biggest factor that tilted your decision the way it went?
I think basically just having the opportunity to get the chance to play in the next level, but like Stafford said, I only have a few more carries in me. You never know what happened. So that definitely went to factor in my decision. But like I said, I got together with family. I talked to coaches about the decision I was making, and they gave me their thing about leaving, and I just took that into consideration and made a decision.
After the Tech game, you were asked if you thought this was your last game at Sanford Stadium, and you said no.
Yes.
Was there something specific that changed your mind between then and now?
Like I said, that was really too early. We still had a bowl game to play. So I really wasn't thinking about it at that time. I was just really enjoying the whole thing. Like Coach Bobo says, just enjoy the journey, and that's what we were doing, just enjoying it. And when that time did come, and that's when we were going to make the decision.
Coach said the other day on the teleconference that you were still probably 50-50, that you were having a hard time wrestling with this. When did you come to your ultimate decision that you were going to go pro?
I was probably leaning, towards going pro before the bowl game. I sat down with my family a little bit and talked, just because I didn't want this date to come too quickly. And I sat down and talked to him and kind of came to the decision that I was pretty sure I was going to go. And then taking off the pads for the last time is tough. And a place that gave me so much, and the opportunity to play college football for Georgia is none like any other. So that was the toughest part for me, and I think it was just the fact that it kind of came to a head that it was already over. And but I know this is the right decision for me, and I know I'm ready for it. I graduated high school early. I feel like I've been on kind of the fast track, since I can remember. So I'm excited about the opportunity, and definitely going to miss my time here at Georgia.
How and when did you let the rest of your teammates know that you were deciding to leave early?
I'm sure some of them found out on ESPN earlier today, but I've talked to some of them. The guys that I live with, I've talked to them, and they knew, and I really don't want to tell too many people, just because I felt like it was a personal decision and something that my family and I kind of wanted to keep quiet and have an opportunity to say what I needed to say and answer questions and get it all out there and do it all at once, rather than go around individually and tell everybody at a certain time. So I'm probably, some people are sitting at home right now figuring it out, but I don't think it's surprising too many guys on our team.
What kind of advice would you have for whoever plays quarterback next year about playing quarterback in this program, such a high profile situation? How do you deal with things? What you've learned along those lines?
I think the number one deal is you got to have fun with it. There's a lot of media and pressure and situations that can really bog you down and make this experience not fun and enjoyable. And the game of football is it's a lot of work but it's a lot of fun at the same time. You have to learn to enjoy the wins and enjoy time with your friends and your coaches and the guys that we have that I've met and played with for the past 2 or 3 years that we have in our program to play quarterback are fully equipped to take over, whoever it may be, and I know they'll add their own little twist to Georgia football, and I'm excited to watch them play, and I have all the confidence in the world in all those guys and Coach Bobo and Coach Richt and really the whole team getting ready to win some more games.
Well, I don't know who'll start that game, but I know right now that Joe Cox is number 1 on the depth chart. Somebody's going to have to knock Joe, out of the box, the way I see it right now. I think Coach Bobo would say the same thing. Joe absolutely understands our system very well. He's a very accurate passer. He's similar in DJ Shockley in that even though he wasn't a starter, he's one of the leaders of our football team. Shock was able to take on a leadership role without really being the starter. And I think Joe has those same types of abilities. And I like his hairdo. No, I'm just kidding. No, Joe, and of course Logan is very talented. Got the same hairdo, by the way, different color. But it's going to be interesting to see Logan do his thing too in the spring. But right now, Joe's #1 quarterback, and we'll see who wins the job in the end.
Have you guys picked an agent to work with you, and you know where you're going to be training within the combine?
No, I don't know either of those.
No. Nope.
Yeah. Matthew, I'm curious, from this season, the beginning of the season to now, is there a part of your game that you feel like, or something maybe you've learned from this season that you would feel has better prepared you for taking that next step?
I think at quarterback, I think experience is the biggest thing, and I've played in a lot of games since I've been here, and just having another year under my belt, I think I worked extremely hard in the offseason and during this season to become more consistent, complete more passes, and try not to turn the ball over as much, and I feel like I succeeded for the most part in that during this season, and I think that would be probably the biggest part of my game that's changed, and just another year of maturity. I moved into a house off campus kind of on your own, and those kind of things I think get you ready for the next level, and I feel like that I've matured as not only a football player but as a person as well.
Quick follow-up on that, if you don't mind. I know you've been mentioned to a couple of times about some of the history of the underclass QBs that have come out and some of the mixed bag of success I guess they've had. Did any of that kind of past history enter into your mind when you were making this decision?
Not really. I think an NFL team has the opportunity to draft a player at any position at any time. I think they're drafting a person as well, and it's such an individual difference between people, and the amount of players that have come out. And, there's been great successes that have happened in the 6th round and great failures that have happened in the 1st. And you never know. It's tough for NFL teams. I know they try to get as much information as they can and make the best decision for their program. But, I think as an individual, that's, something that really didn't cross my mind.
Matthew, did you watch Joe Flacco and Matt Ryan back here in Atlanta, and the success they had as rookie quarterbacks, and that could be you?
Yeah, I do. I don't know if anybody's done it like Matt Ryan's doing it. He's unbelievable. You think about Peyton Manning, who's one of the best in the league right now, and how rough he had it his first year. So you never know. And those guys have done outstanding jobs, and hopefully I'm going to start training somewhere and figure out what I'm going to do, and hopefully get drafted by a team and have an opportunity to play early. That's what I want to do. I was talking to Coach Richt about it when I was telling him that I was gonna leave. That I didn't know what it was like to sit on the sideline, and I'd love to play as soon as I'm possibly ready. I'd rather be out there taking licks than sitting on the sideline and watching. So that's my ultimate goal, to play as early as I can, and just trying to get ready. That's the biggest deal right now.
Matthew, that you didn't win a championship, was that is that going to be something that kind of sits in your craw as you leave, and was it at all a factor when you were considering whether to stay or go to give another crack at it next season?
It might have been a little bit of a consideration. I don't think it's going to stick with me. I had an outstanding time, and I'm here at Georgia and played in some big games and played with some great players, and that's what I'm going to take away from here is my experience and the chance that I had to play for a great head coach and a great offensive coordinator, and play with an outstanding running back and really skilled position players and big guys all over that are going to make an impact at the next level. And it's been an awesome time, and that's really what I'm going to take away from is all positive.
Knowshon, you didn't file your papers, and did you seek any feedback? Did you text any NFL players? Who did you speak with outside of your family, maybe the coaching staff here, just for advice?
I mean,